What's good, y'all? Welcome back to your Washington Capitals franchise mode here on NHL 25, and we are about midway through the 2031-2032 season, fresh off of that Stanley Cup victory from last year, of course. But unfortunately, this year we just haven't been about the same team. 22-16-5 is where we currently sit, so it's nothing tragic. Right now, we are currently fourth in our division, so about a wild card spot. But there's been one pretty underlying issue, and that is goaltending. As you can see at the bottom, Carl Lindbaum, 881 save percentage after being one of the big pieces to win us that cup. I mean, I thought he could even win the Conn Smythe last year, but we gave him an extension, and it just has not worked out. So definitely a change that we pretty much have to make right now. We really don't have a choice. And another thing I noticed as well, our penalty kill 27th in the league. That is not good at all. The Islanders are not good at anything, I guess. Power play 32nd, penalty kill 32nd, goals for 30th. So they're struggling there. But yeah, our power play is good. Our goals for per game are good. We had goals against, which has a big thing to do with goaltending. And then our penalty kill has not been good. So I did tweak the penalty kill. Again, this all could just circle around Lindbaum being absolute shit. That's why we're giving up a bunch of power play goals. But I moved Tomasino up to that top line. He is a two-way forward, so that's what we're paying him to do. And then just bump down Nieminen since he was a big minus so far. And then line changes. I don't know. These are what the forwards are looking like. I don't know if I changed them from the last episode. I did go ahead and put Quinn Hughes back on that top pair. Hudson is having a great year, but I think just having that stability of a 96 back on the top pair is going to help our team. So there's that. And then, yeah, so in the last episode, we were looking at two different goaltenders. Where is player search? Right here. All right, so if we go back to goalies here and we search, there was two guys that we were looking based on contract and all that. Let's see if I can remember the two. I think Nico Dawes was one of them. Making under $5 million for 2 years. He's got a couple X factors. He's been pretty good this year. 916 save percentage. Actually, really good for where we're at right now. And then the other one is where it gets a bit shaky. Okay, we're definitely like way. Oh yeah, I'm not certain my overall. That's why. I think it was like an 85. I want to say, was it Clara? Yeah, Clara. 2.7 mil for a year. Damian Clara, he's been good this year. Very good this year. 920 save percentage. You can see his playoff track record. He's been to two decent runs, and he's done very good in both of those. So, pretty good track record for him. At an 85, he's got a year left, so we can just get rid of that. If he prices himself out, then at least it's for this year. We'll have money because we're gonna need money. Somebody needs an extension. I cannot remember who. Let's take a look. I think it is... Oh, Nieminen. Okay, so Nieminen, who has been a beast for us in the past. As you can see, 72 points last year, 60, 70 points. He's been like a 60, 70-point guy. And last year in the playoffs, he was about point per game, 14 goals. He was amazing. This year, though, he's been pretty struggling here, 24 points, a minus 14. So the only good thing about that is it might have dropped his price. I can't remember if we already took a look at that, but yeah, he's asking for about 9 mil right now, which is fair for where he's at. I mean, he's a 90 overall, right? Yep. The only thing is, how many extension dollars do we have? So he was making 7.5. We do have 11 mil. Anybody else that we have to resign? McMichael, our captain. That is a big one. How much does he want? Okay, he only wants 3.3 for 2 years, which is honestly very, very fair. I'm honestly feel like I have to try to get him real quick. I'll just go with 3 mil. I don't want to piss him off. 3 mil for 2 years, which is more than fair. Even if he plays fourth line, 3 mil, that's nothing. I know we're really scratching for dollars here, but I feel like I have to do that. Well, is there anybody else besides him? Pinto, who's been good. Andronov, Buchner. Not really. I feel like could argue that he might drop. I mean, he's still playing third line minutes. Well, now he is. We moved him back up. The only thing is he was still scoring like 40 points on that third line. I don't know if he will get to that pace just because he was playing on the fourth line. I mean, he's still playing decent, at least points-wise. Um, he's like our number one penalty killer, too. Still got all those X factors. Yeah, I feel like that's a great contract. So 2 years at $3 million. We're going to offer that to him. We'll see what he says to that. Because Niemanen, I mean, we might still have enough money to sign him after that. Like, if we go 4 years, how far down can we go? Like 8.5 a little bit? Yeah, it looks like about 8.5. Which isn't a bad... That's a movable contract, too. He's not asking for no clause, right? Yeah, so 4 years at 8.5. I mean, even if he drops down to like 88, 89, if we decide to move on from him after this year or next year, again, I don't have any plans to, but I'm just saying, you know, if the time comes, that contract should be very movable. So, but before we do that, we do have to see if McMichael signs and we have the money for that. Let's try to go for Detroit's goalie here in Clara. So, I wonder how close the swap is because they're pretty similar in overall. So, Clara we're going to add. And then we're also going to add Lindbaum. So, it's not too far. Anybody that they're interested that we can give up? Oh, by the way, I don't know if we signed this dude last episode, but he was just on the AHL team, an 80 overall at 20, low elite. I moved him up to the first line. He was playing second line. So we'll see what he can do, though, plus 17. And then the guy that was playing on the first line, who I still have, Dean Letourneau, he's having a great year in the AHL. 35 points in 40 games. Medium top six at 25. Maybe he'll get a boost. The only thing is he's listed as depth forward. He's playing in the AHL, so don't know about that, but he can be a depth piece for us. I mean, being a playmaker is a little rough for what we'd want him to be, but there's that. Bouchard we're not using. He's up this year, and we have our defense set, so we can add him, and maybe that'll push it over the edge. So let's see if that'll do it. I know this isn't realistic because Claire's been great and Lindbaum's been shit, but if this goes through, I'll just let it go. So Lindbaum and Bouchard for Claire, will that go through? No. Okay, so that's fine. We can add a draft pick here. How about our 5th round pick? We'll really try to nickel and dime them here. We're saving salary. Okay. He's literally making less. Well, I guess it's the term. I'll offer a 4th if they say no to that. It's like, I'm not going to retain. Dude, are you serious? All right, well, then can I take back somebody that's like, well, I can't really afford that. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I guess they are pretty strapped for cash there. I don't have money to retain right now, Detroit, so that's not really going to work for me. Because even if I take somebody from this year, they're going to say, well, we're retaining for next year's. So there's that. Maybe I just add this guy and then try to flip him. If they say yes to this, I'll just try to flip. Wow, I'll just try to flip Holub. So let's see if they do that. Okay, well, I guess we didn't have the pick added. Let me go ahead and add that 5th again, and then we'll try a 4th. They say no to that. Okay, 4th. All right, now they're really valuing that dude, I guess. Okay, they're still saying no. All right, so not looking like we're going to be able to pull that off. So I guess it's Nico Dawes that we go for. Oh, I thought this was him on the block. Now, Dawes is going to cost a lot more because he is an 87. I am scared because he's in that overall range like Daig, and I hope he doesn't just completely fall off. I mean, you can see he wasn't as good besides these 2 years, but yeah, been inconsistent in the playoffs. Yeah, this is Gabriel Daig written all over it, so I don't even know if I want to do that. So let's go ahead and let's look at the league leaders one more time and see if there's like a cheaper guy that we can just hope is good. Because at this point, it's not even worth trying to pay goalies. It's just luck of the draw. I mean, really, it is. You can have a good goalie and they'll play like shit. So let's sort by save percentage. This Hermarla guy, he's 83. Okay, he's only played 16 games, but I mean, there he is. Aiden Hill's only played 13. He's actually the Devils' backup. He's also only making 800K. Now, the veterans sometimes, you know, they stand out sometimes. So I wouldn't be afraid to take a chance. I mean, we could trade for both him and, like, this Hermarla dude, just to have some options. And then kind of do what we did a couple years ago, where we just rotate goalies and see who comes out of the pack. Phil, okay, he's making 6 mil. Never mind. I think we've seen that last episode. Essler, yeah, he's too much value though. Hrabel for the Sens. Okay, so there's some guys that we can take a chance on. Wow, well, the last year he was horrendous. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking the two guys that we said at the beginning, like Aiden Hill and a Hammerla from the island. All right. Yeah, we can give those two a shot. Let's see what his track record. Okay, well, last year he was also bad. I mean, that was his rookie year, though. Well, not really. 24. All right. Aiden Hill, what's your track record like? Your last year in Vegas was pretty bad. This was in the AHL. So you were good-ish. This year you were bad, yeah. I mean, you can look at the stats all you want. It's really luck of the draw. There's no justifying a certain goaltender. It's literally just pure luck. But I do like going for Aiden Hill just because, like I said, sometimes the vets sim really well in this game for, like, even if they're shit. So we could go after him real quick. He's going to be really cheap being how old he is. Yeah, we could probably get him for, like, nothing. Uh, I won't use Limbob in this trade. We can swap him for, like, Hammerla. I mean, if they do a 7th, like, yeah, look at even the value there. It's like they're probably going to be cheering in this. Nope. Okay, just happy to accept, but we'll take that. And then we'll go over to the island. Put in Hammerla. I mean, they still got Sorokin, the Schauble guy, so they should be okay. And then we can do, like, Lindbaum plus a pick, even though it doesn't really make sense. But I'll be a dick. I'll pick Horde. Why not? We already kind of broke open the realism, so... I don't think they'll give a third. Maybe. We can see. What if I had a 6? If I had a 6, will that... Can I get the third? Yeah, okay. Beautiful. So, let's go ahead. We'll try out... let me just go to edit lines. We'll try out Hammerla just because he's the higher overall. We'll give him a shot first. We'll do like 10-game intervals. Now, obviously, Vamelka's still going to get... Well, actually, you know what? We know what Vamelka's capable of. Let's just put both these guys in and see what kind of performance they put on. Now, Hill's not going to get as many touches, or talking like it's NBA. He's going to get not as many starts, but yeah, we'll see what they can do in their limited ice time. So, there we go. We're going to run with that. I've also had a thought to maybe move Iserman to the right side and let McKenna play the left wing. The only thing is that Iserman doesn't have any, like, 1T X factors. I think him having close quarters, like him being on the right side, would help him a little more, but I don't know. I mean, it's worked on the left side. I don't remember we tried putting shooting on the right side, and that didn't really help. So let's just go a couple weeks, probably. Let's go up until this Philly game. See what happens there. So we're coming off. We got some points in our last 4 games. Okay, man, Michael did accept. So actually, before we really get into this, we do have an OT loss to the Islands. So at least we got a point. It was only 2-1, so that gives me hope. Looks like Aiden Hill's starting the next game already as well, so that's cool. Let's see what kind of extension money we have at this point. So somehow we still have $11 million, even though I just signed McMichael. Okay. Oh, you know why? Because we just traded our goalie, so that opened up some more cap space. All right, so we can go ahead if we wanted to. We can yeah, I think this is... I'm good to sign this. The only thing is next year we have... Who do we have next year? Don't we have a few guys up next year? Yep, Bergfist, Belchet, Tej Matejchuk. Damn. I mean, Neiman's earned the contract based off the other years. Just this year, he's really struggled. Did he do anything in that game, by the way? I mean, we only had 2 goals. No, he had 5 shots, though. Again, it's movable, so with the value that it comes with, like I said, if we need to move it, we can. So let's go ahead and offer that to him. We'll go ahead and do 8.5. Hopefully he accepts that. Not sure the extension really, but I'll take a few days. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, we can save money in the goaltending department since we know it's just random anyway, and just hope for the best, I guess. I mean, we could try to get like a 90 plus goalie, then you have to give up something though, not only for players just to for the value, but for the cap space. So let's still sim up to this Philly game. Hopefully, we can start getting some wins, some points. Not a good start here with 2 losses off the bat, and Neiman does accept. All right, so we have him extended for the next 4 years. There's a shootout win against Edmonton. I'm kind of worried just about our team performance right now. There we go, couple wins, but then we see if we come and then we get 2 losses, man. We're just not playing good right now. Do not like this at all. All right, All-Star break. Even though there's no All-Star game, hopefully we can reset and get some wins here. Come on, we need a big run here in February. This is usually a big month for in franchise mode, whether you're good or bad. So 2 wins, okay. I like this. I like this. All right, I'm gonna keep going while we're hot. Up against Philly now. That's another one. Okay, there we go, boys. This is the kind of run we need right now. Bruins have fired their coach. Another win. There we go. We're up to 30, 19, and 6. We just needed a run like that to get over that little 500 hump. There we go. Look at it. Let's get to the end of the month. Look at how good we're playing right now. Like I said, February, always a big month in this game. Win against the Rangers. Win against Philly. Okay. And we won every game in February. Wow. All right. Now we are in third place in the Metro, 2 points ahead of the Rangers. The Hurricanes and the Devils are running away with this division, though. So it looks like, I mean, you can still catch them if you go on a run, but it looks like the Devils and Hurricanes are definitely going to make the playoffs. And then 69 points. Yeah, so it's going to be a tight race here because the worst wildcard team in the East right now has 69 points, which is only 3 less than us. Now they do have a game in or two. We do have 2 games in hand on them, but all right, that was a good run though. So let's take a moment to look at the stats here. Love the way the team is playing. That last month, obviously huge. We didn't lose a single game. So let's take a look at the stats. All right, Cole Eiserman up to 61 points, 42 goals. So he's looking good on that left wing still. Shooting 61 in 58. 50 for Aginla and Leonard. McKenna only on 41 playing on that first line. Okay. Now, we are winning games, so I don't want to change anything, but that's just good to know. I'll keep him on that first line. Maybe he'll pick it up. TJ Ginla, though, great year for him so far. 50 points. Glad we did at least sign him for the next couple years. Yeah, he's bound to have a better season than last year, so we hope he can continue that. Neiman in. Let's see. Can I go by month here? See what he's done. Split stats here. So let's go February. Oh yeah, he had a great February. 13 points in 9 games. 6 points in 13 was just okay in January. He's definitely picked it up though. So I'll leave that second line how it is. Belchet's playing on that third line. 30 points, about not too bad. The -9 is a bit unfortunate, but they still could be recovering from the goaltending issues from earlier. And then, yeah, depth scoring has definitely been there. Tomasino, 12 goals. Caden Wallace, 13 with 24 points. This kid is definitely going to make things difficult for us because he's been playing really well. And we want to start developing him. We're going to have to make some tough decisions upcoming. Defensively, Quinn Hughes, 46 points. Probably not going to get that Norris that I sent him out to do, but still playing good hockey. Him and Hudson have just been a 1-2 punch for offense on the back end. I really like to see that. Hudson already reached his 40 assists, so he should get his gold third eye by the end of the year, which is really nice. Matejchuk, only an even player this year, so he's definitely not getting that plus 25 or plus 30, whatever, but 21 points is solid. These three have been amazing, though. Plus 11, plus 17, and plus 15. That bottom pair just continues to be amazing, which is good to see. And Matejchuk, actually, I'm noticing, taking a lot of penalties. Has that been... I've seen it in the playoffs. Okay, it hasn't been a trend, just recently. But maybe something to watch with him. And then in goals. So, Harmala, what have you done for us? In 9-22. How many games? In 10 games. 8-1-1, so a great start to his tenure here. And Aiden Hill, how about you? That is Harmala stats, I believe. 5 games, 3-2-0, 9-18. Yeah, so these two have been really good. All right, so I like to see that. We're going to leave those two in. I'm not going to make any changes right now as we had a very good February. We are on a crazy win streak. Let's count how many wins we've had in a row. I believe we lost the last 2 in January, so it's just this month, this past month. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can we make it 10 here with Tampa? Let's just go game by game for a second. Okay, 7-3 loss immediately. So let's just... Oh, is this a deadline right here? Okay, let's get up to New York here. Up against Pittsburgh. Let's get a bounce back win. There we go, 6-1. And we'll slow sim this game against the Island here. All right, we're in Washington. First period, 1-0 them for L in the power play. Second period, ooh, 4-1 to them. All right, not a good game from Hermala. McMichael for us. Third period, yeah, we just get lit up. Iserman does get a goal, but we do fall 5-2. All right, that's all right. Couple rough games to start off March, but I'm not too worried about it right now. So we are still third. Yeah, it's going to be a tight race, so we really need to lock in here at the trade deadline. Is there anything else I want to add? I mean, look at the lineup. Defensively, we're definitely good. We don't need any defensemen. That's been a trend for us the last few years, which has been nice. I mean, Tomasino, he's been good. 13 goals, +6. There's not really much I want to change, really. I just gotta hope. We just gotta kind of hope this team rides it out. Third line has been struggling though, so -10 from Belchets. Maybe I move up Tomasino or Pinto. Even though they've been very good. Ginla, he's definitely picked it up on that fourth line. So that fourth line's been killing it. We'll move up a Ginla and put Belchets on the fourth line, kind of like we did in the playoffs. Now, Ethan Belchets is very interesting because, yeah, he's stuck at 29 now, so he's been really cold. He just hasn't. I mean, I know he's only been on the third line, but he just hasn't really been able to make that next step. And still an 88 with his X factors and potential of medium elite, this would be the best time to trade him. So that's the only move I might consider. We might have to move Ethan Belchets. His contract is up next year. He's on a good contract, but I mean, it doesn't matter if you're on a good contract if you're not performing. That's the issue. So maybe we get like another two-way guy, help out the penalty kill. Um, we'll see who's out there in the trade deadline because I'd like to get a player that we can use for this year and then also some future pieces if we do trade Belchet. So let's go ahead and hop into the trade deadline. We will see what is available to us at the very least. And Lucas Raymond on an expiring deal. He is up there in value, though. David Goyette is a guy who's not up there in value. 55 points. He is a playmaker, though. We don't need defensemen. Danily Yurov. 54 points. He's been really good. Is there like a two-way forward that's not crazy value? Who was that? Jack Drury. This guy, 51 points. Might cost too much, though. Let me just go into this real quick. So if I acquire him, let's just put Belchits in there as an example. So we might be able to get a little back, but not an insane amount. He doesn't have an extension, right? Just to check that first. Nope. All right, so Drury, he's definitely putting up points this year, 51 and 62. He's playing first or second line minutes, it looks like, for the Blues. He has Tip Jar, or Big Tipper, excuse me. Tip Jar is the goalie version. Fits on forward line 2. Can win faceoffs, pretty good defensively. I mean, this is a great player. 91 speed as well. Not the most physical, but he's only 5'11", so that's why. Definitely a good option. Let's just take a look if there's like a cheaper guy, so that way we can get more in return for Belchets if we do decide to move him. Again, looking for like a two-way forward, though. There's Sam Reinhart, who is a sniper, though. St. Paul Hanzik, he's actually been really good this year, 20 and 30. He's definitely got less value. It's not too much different from Drury, though, to be honest. Vancouver, trading for a goalie, I believe that is, in Hrabel. There's Val Nichushkin, who is 37. He's still having a great year. Plus 28. Wow, he is having a great year. That's a guy that we could get. He does play the right side as well. Let's take a look at Val Nichushkin. His value is way down there because he is 37. Now, he can't take faceoffs. He's got some X factors, though. Quick pick is a good one for the penalty kill. Only making 4 mil as well, so we don't have to. I mean, it's only for the years, so it's not a big deal. Let's take a look. I do like the Nichushkin. I like the way he plays in real life. Very hard skater, hard on the forecheck. Let's see his underlying numbers. 88 need awareness. Shot blocking isn't the greatest for a two-way forward. I mean, his puck skills are really good, so he could contribute still as well. I'm surprised his aggressiveness isn't as high. Maybe just because of regression. Um, I mean, having a good year as well, 47. He would play on like the fourth line, third or fourth line for us. So there's that. Yeah, he's getting 22 minutes a night. He's definitely playing first line. He might be the guy. Let me just double check. I know we're risking it, taking this time. These guys could get moved, but if we can get like him, I know we have Colorado's first though, so I mean, Belchitz hasn't been as good, so you could argue that we're hurting them in a certain way. Um, Oliver Kapanen, he's a center. It hasn't been as good this year though. Let's see. Fraser Minton. And Nichushkin's looking like the best bang for your buck. Brandon Nygaard is signed long term. Tristan Luneau getting traded down there. Let's see. Anybody else? Victor Eklund, who's still only 25. Thinking. There's also Peyton Krebs on the. Wow, he's been really good as well. So I don't know. These random guys are really producing for Colorado. Let's take a look at Krebs. He is a center. How's his face off? 80s. So I like Nichushkin better though. Now Colorado has been amazing though. So that first doesn't look like it's going to be anything good. Yeah, they're 35, 18, and 8. Let's take a look at Dig stats just for fun. I know he's at like a 9. Yep, of course you are. And the game just doesn't favor the user when it comes to goalies. I just don't get it. Yeah, Grantham still not developing, so not really sad that we traded him away. We just used the value. I mean, we could just bet on them to be shit next year. Just keep betting on them to be bad. I don't know if that is gonna go straight up, but let's see. Yeah, they look to have a bit more value. But I'll try this. Nichushkin in a first next year for Ethan Belchetz. Will that go through? Wow, I wasn't expecting that. But okay, so that's our big money move right there at the trade deadline. No going back now. But honestly, I think Belchetz just needs to change the scenery. Eventually, we're gonna have to move on from one of those big time forwards. We still want to win the Stanley Cup this year while we have these guys. So it just made sense for us, man. I mean, I'm really sad we didn't get to use Belchetz the way we wanted to. But yeah, his contract was up after next year. We weren't gonna really have the money to sign him. Eventually, we're not gonna be able to sign somebody. So just kind of got to use the value while you can. Just asset management, pretty much. And honestly, I don't really want to make any other moves. So of course now Claire is available. But it looks like our goalies are playing good. So we got 3 goalies that we can try out. We got Vemelka, Aiden Hill, and the dude from the Islanders that we just traded for. I don't even know my starting goalie's name. That's really good. But let's go ahead and exit out of here. I'm going to have to edit the lines, I already know, because I traded a roster player. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Anybody on waivers? Jacob Bryson. I mean, I already have a depth defenseman, so I don't really need another one. Injuries are off, so there is that. So let's go to lines real quick. Let's see when Nichushkin fits in as well. They're probably going to put him on the second line. I knew it. I mean, you could argue, with Niemanen struggling, that's not his stats, is it? 40 points. Oh wait, he was picking it up. That's right. Against the Islanders. Yeah, he was picking it up. Can I take a look at this? February, he had 13. Is he up to 40 points? I mean, still a minus 11. You could argue, though, just because of how good Nichushkin's been, but I'm going to leave him on the third line for now. We'll see how that works. That's all good. Eiserman's definitely going to be first line. Come on, guys. You also could argue a Ginla on the first line. Let's see. Ryan Leonard's been good too, but I need him for the face-offs. I think we'll leave McKenna. If we need to put a Ginla up, we can. Leave him on the 1T side. Defensively, should be all the same. Yep. And then power play. So, yep, we got to change this a little bit. So, Leonard for the draws. Shudin. Niemanen, you're coming down. I got to move Hudson. He's always on the point. That being Eiserman. So, he's going to be set up here still. And then we're going to have Hughes. And I think we had a Ginla, so we'll keep him there. 1T from the point. And then you could give McMichael power play time. Who else was there? I mean, I think Nichushkin's earned some time as well. Is there anybody else I needed to put? Oh, yeah, Wallace. I think at least for the regular season. Although we do have to fight for the playoffs right now. 77 face-offs. 65. 70. Yeah, Neiman's going to have to play center if we do that. Yeah, we'll put Wallace there. He's been good. He's gotten power play time already, right? Like, let's see. Oh, yeah, he's got 7 power play goals. Yeah, let's keep him on there. And then we'll do something like that. I like that. All right, 4-man, you know who we have to pair up. Leonard, you'll be playing second line. But, yeah, that top spot belongs to one. Okay, we'll do that. That top pair, or top power play, belongs to 2 men right there. At least for the forward, Shooting and Eiserman. And then we'll go... You know what? With the extra open ice, let's go with the young kid. Let's go with McKenna. And then we'll give Gillen the time here. So let's go those two. You could argue somebody over Niemanen. He's been hot lately, though. I'll just leave it. All right, penalty kills. So, actually, let me take a look. Where does our penalty kill... where does that rank now? We were at 27. I didn't check to see if that got any better. Let's see. Power play. Oh, that's still 4th, yeah. Okay, 25th. So it got a little better, but yeah, it's still not been great, which is unfortunate. So let's go. Honestly, I might just leave it however the game feels. We'll see if the game can figure it out. I kind of want to move up to Chuskin, though, excuse me. That looks all good, though. Maybe for Niemanen. I'll do that. That's the one switch I'll do. Yep. All right, we'll try that out. And then everything else, I'll just let the game... Well, 4-on-4, we better get the 2 guys. Can't split up the duo. Eiserman. Such an unfortunate zone ability since we don't have the chance of injury. Yeah, since we don't have injuries off, it's kind of... I don't think you can do any, like, interview or conversations to switch that or nothing. So, that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I'm good with all that. I'm good with all that. I'll just leave the 3-on-3 and all that. All right, so I think those are going to be our lines going into the playoffs. We just got to hope that this team... Now, a lot of times you'll make a trade at the deadline and it'll fuck up your team, but I really just don't see how this could hurt us. Especially the way that Belchets was playing and the way that the season that Nichushkin's been having. So, yeah, I mean, let me double check. No one has 19 or 8, right? Let me check, double check. And 74 and 70. Let me see here. Gotta watch out for those retired numbers. 13. Malkin does have 70. We're gonna pretend he was not wearing that this whole time. You can have 70. That's a bit weird. Let's just give you 80. Let's just give you 80. So, yeah, he definitely wasn't wearing that. That's Brain Holtby's number. Because I figured they're going to retire all 4, right? Maybe. I mean, Holtby would be the only one on the fence. Although he had some great years for them. Stanley Cup winning goalie. They're definitely retiring 8, 19, and 74. That was their core. I think they have to do Holtby too, though. But let's go a couple weeks after the deadline here, see how we're looking. Hopefully that doesn't just fuck everything up. But, I mean, it's not like the team is drastically different. We literally replaced 1 player, so... Let's see. Hopefully this game's algorithm doesn't do its thing. Alright, couple wins to start off. I like that. Okay, looking good so far. How are we going to go against Pittsburgh? 5-3 win. Oh, yeah, we're looking great right now. I like this. Alright, our regulation loss to Florida. Let's see if we can bounce back. Against Dallas, I like that. See, that's the kind of play that you need. So 86 points. I mean, we're still pretty far back from the Hurricanes and the Devils. The Devils already clinched the playoff spot. Yeah, they're nasty. Rangers still keeping up, though. Only 5 points behind us. And, yeah, 84. Yeah, this is still a tight race. We are not in the clear at all yet. Let's see. Has that penalty kill increased at all? I know it's only been 2 weeks, but the power play. Oh, I'm looking on the wrong side. Yeah, it's been about the same. I don't know what to do with that. So, yeah, let's just. How many games do we have left? Standings. We have about 14, right? Yeah, 14 games left. All right, let's get to the end of the month. See how we're looking. Hopefully, we don't. This is not the time to fall off. So we got another 2 weeks until the end of March. Up against Boston, we got a doubleheader, home and home. All right, we do lose to them in Boston, but we beat them at home. Regulators lost to the Devils. That's not okay, guys. We can't be doing this right now. Islanders, let's get a win. They're not that good. All right, there we go. Buffalo, they are good this year, but we do beat them. That's huge. Yeah, we're only 3 points ahead of the Rangers. This isn't okay. R5 ahead of the Red Wings, so that is good. We're gonna advance day by day at this point because every point is huge right now. Our record's looking good, 43, 25, and 6, but we need enough to get into the playoffs. So, up against Chicago. Another pretty good season for them. Oh, 7-2 loss. All right, that's not good. All right. Rangers lost their last 2, I believe, because I think they were at 89. Maybe they're at 87. So, but they dropped at least 1 game. Up against St. Louis, we could use a win here. They're not good. Big game here. Get the 2 points. There you go. All right, 94 points, 5 ahead of the Rangers. How about the Red Wings? Wrong. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I was used to be in the calendar. We're only, oh yeah, 7 points ahead of the Red Wings. Okay. I'm thinking another win or two and we should clinch. So hopefully we do just that. The Rangers, though, they are really selling right now. 77 games played now. Red Wings, they are at, I keep doing that. Still at 87. We're at the same games played. We do have a game. Oh, we did clinch. Okay. I didn't even realize that at first. So, nice. We do end up clinching the playoffs as the Rangers just are falling off right now. So we can go ahead and get to the last game against Philadelphia. Good to know that we clinched the playoffs. So at least we're not winning the cup and then missing the playoffs. All right, guys. You don't have to lose every game now. Like, okay, guys. Come on. Seeding matters. The Rangers are only 3 points behind now. All right, 6-2 win against. All right, there we go. We got a couple wins. So we have clinched the 3 seed. So it looks like we will be taking on the Hurricanes in Carolina. So once again, we will face Carolina in the first round. Let's see if we can end the season. Philly is absolutely terrible, which is, of course, the one team we could have traded the first for. But let's just get this game in the books. All right, 4-2, not a good start. All right, and they absolutely light up Hammerla. Or actually, it was Hill. And they chased him, and Hammerla got lit up too. So that's going to ruin their stats to end the year. Not a good loss to end on. But at the very least, we did clinch the playoffs. So 46, 30, and 6 is the record for us. We can go ahead and take a look at the underlying numbers here. Iserman looking to lead the way with 92 points. And there you go. Back up to 64 goals for him. So, what was this? 4 years ago now. The 86 goal year. Then he had 74. Then he had a bit of a dip, 51, but now back up to 64 and over 90 points as well. A great season for him. Good way to bounce back. Shooting, the guy feeding on the puck, 66 assists, 88 points. Points a bit down from the last few years, but still getting the point or the assist there. Ryan Leonard, 64 points. Another bounce back year for him. Actually, his best years in 3 years. TJ Gillis, 61. Another guy who improved on his point total from last year. McKenna, 59 on that first line for the last half of the year. It is a bit of an improvement, but I guess he's still not ready for that first line. So we might want to move up Tej for the playoffs. Nichushkin, let's see what he did for us. Why is this game always behind? So Nichushkin playing third line, 12 points in 21 games, was a -2. It's not the greatest tenure for him, but it wasn't bad. Neiman able to bounce back from that slow start, 51 points. 23 goals. Again, down year regardless, but at least he ended it strong. McMichael, 38. Moved up to that third line. Wallace almost 20 goals in that third line. And then the rest of the depth there. So, not a bad year for the forwards. Defensively, yeah, Quinn Hughes, a -6. Yeah, the top pair was not good this year. 68 points. It's definitely a down year for Quinn Hughes. I guess not by much. Can't expect it to be point per game every year. But the -6 and the -8's a bit disappointing. Matejchuk couldn't stay out of the box as well, 60 penalty minutes. Cole Hudson, though, great year for him, 59 points. His second best year of his career, 55 assists, which is a career high. So good to see that from him. He should have gold third eye, I believe it was. So there is that. Bergfist was also very good, plus 22, playing with Cole Hudson. And then that bottom pair, amazing again. Andronov and Rudolph, absolutely incredible. Obviously, Andronov, we're kind of just qualifying. Rudolph we have for the next few years, so that is good. And then in net, Hermela ends the year. Ooh, not good with us. Okay, a 901 in 30 games, so I wasn't paying attention to that towards the end, so that isn't good. Aiden Hill. That's not the right stats. In 11 games, had a 914, so he played a bit better. Again, limited role, but it might be Aiden Hill and Vimelka in net for the playoffs. Those two definitely played better than Hammerless, so I think we're going to give Aiden Hill the game one start. As crazy as that sounds, that is looking like the most likely outcome there. And around the league, Connor McDavid still dominating, 124 points. Damn, I see Matthews down here with 65. He's just going to miss the Rocket. Damn it. We could have had it. This was the year for Iceman to get the Rocket, as no one got like 90 goals this year, but could have missed it by one to Matthews, so fair enough. Looking like McDavid's going to win MVP, plus 40, 52 goals on the league in points by a pretty good margin. So there's that, 72 assists, 84 for Marner. Makes sense with Matthews scoring all that. Kiramakis still one of the best players in this universe. Any big surprises? Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Tarek Paraksak playing first line, playing shotgun with McDavid. Isn't that something? And we did, in fact, trade him to Edmonton. Was playing probably second line here. Yeah. Gets moved up to the first line. He's a point per game guy playing with McDavid. What a son of a bitch. He's got full abilities. So there's that. You could argue we shouldn't have got rid of him instead of guys like Belchets we kept. So, yeah, Quinn Hughes only a few points off of the defensively, but that -6, he wouldn't have had a shot at the Calder, or the Norris, excuse me. I mean, Hudson's got a better chance just based off plus minus, but it's probably going to go to Noah Dobson here for the second year in a row. Evan Bouchard and Luke Hughes, the other guys in the running there. For defensemen and goaltenders, could check off the winningest. Also looks to have, at least up there in save percentage, Clara actually led the league for starters, so he had a great year. Looking like he's going to win the Vezina. So it's probably either going to be him or Kachekov, but I would probably say Clara. And then rookie skaters, wow, yeah, rookies are definitely falling off. Pettinger the most for Tampa, -13. Was her a decent rookie goalie? Probably Carter Essler is going to be your Calder, unless they just give it to Pettinger, but I think it's got to be Essler. I mean, a 909 as a rookie is pretty solid, considering league average right now is probably around that, or maybe even a little lower. It's probably around that, though. But yeah, like a 915 in this universe was like a 920 or 925 10 years ago in real life. So just because of the scoring increase, it's going to happen. So there is that. Let's get the confirmation that we will be playing. And it looks like McDavid actually had another game if I didn't. Yeah, so he actually could put up more than 124 points. But let's go ahead and get the confirmation that we will be playing Carolina in the first round once more as the regular season comes to a close. And indeed, we are playing Carolina in Carolina for the first two games. So there is that. I guess we can preview who we will be playing in the next episode. Let's take a look real quick. So Carolina, first line still Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev. Wow, that was a tough one for me for some reason. Wow. Sebastian Aho and Svechnikov, Seth Jarvis, Bradley Nadeau, and Kakaniemi. So that top six is still really nasty. I mean, third line, too. Natchez, Ungerstrom, and Bork. And then fourth line, Jerry McCann at 35. Down to 77, Jackson Blake and Rossetto. On defense, they have Akisha and Morrow. Yeah, still drops off that depth. Looks like they added J.J. Moser. I don't think he was there last year yet. Moser, Lazan, so they a little bit improved from last year, but still probably their weakness. And of course, we did see they have the winningest goaltender this year, Peter Kachekov. but he really isn't the same goalie in the playoffs. He ended 1 year in 27-28 where he had a 9-2-1 in 7 games, but besides that, he just hasn't been that guy in the playoffs. So hopefully that continues, and we can figure him out. And then Tristan Jarry backing him up with their scratches there. So definitely a beatable team. Sucks that we don't have home ice advantage. They did have a great year this year, 52 wins. Hopefully we can just get some Paskachekov, and I trust our team to beat them. So we'll see what happens though. But appreciate you guys checking out this one. In the next episode, we will start the playoff run. Hopefully a repeat. And actually, before I forget, at least for the moment, I am going to throw in Vimelka instead of, why do I keep forgetting this dude's name? Hammerla. And we'll have Aiden Hill as a starter. So, yeah, goalies could be in a rotation here. We'll have to see how they perform. But that'll be for the next episode. But like I said, appreciate you guys checking out this one. And as always, you guys take care.